How are we feeling this morning? I have to tell you, when I look around this room, I see so many excited Democrats, and I know there is no such thing as an enthusiasm gap. My name is John Oseguera, and I'm a candidate for Congress in Nevada's 3rd Congressional District. I'm humbled and honored to stand before you today. I understand the people in this room are firmly committed to moving this state and our country forward. You do that by electing Democrats, and I truly hope my candidacy will honor the support I hope to earn from each and every one of you. Now, some of you will know my story, but some will not. I was born in Reno and raised in Fallon by a single mother who got pregnant with me when she was just 16 years old. I watched my mother work her way through school and become a teacher. I learned 3 core values from her that I carry with me every day: the value of education, the value of perseverance, and the value of hard work. I'm very proud of my mom, but I'm not at all ashamed to tell you we struggled. I did what I could to help the family, starting in junior high. I mowed lawns, I worked at an ice plant, and I picked up trash. My mother worked hard to provide for us, and along with the help of friends and neighbors, we made it. Right now, too many of Nevada families are facing the same economic hardships we faced. And I'll tell you right now, we must do better. Following in my mom's footsteps, I got an associate's degree. That helped me get a job on the fire department. I served on the fire department for more than 20 years. I took classes around my work schedule, and I earned a bachelor's, a master's, and a law degree, because I know how closely education is tied to achievement. You know, the fire department is one of those jobs where the rubber meets the road. I looked around my community and I saw some things that needed changing. I thought I could give back and make things better. I ran for the assembly in 1998 and I lost. You know, that's where the perseverance my mom taught me really kicked in. I ran again in 2000 and I won. I worked hard at the legislature, working with many of you committed citizens to pass legislation that reflects our priorities. And in this last session, I was named and honored to serve as your speaker. With term limits, and after 12 years, I was going to retire from politics. It's really true. I was ready to try something else, but I had a little extra time, and I turned on the television. I saw Washington politicians like Joe Heck bickering while Nevadans are struggling, and it got me mad, and I knew I wasn't done. They have the wrong priorities, and I have more service to give. We elect people to go to Washington to get to work finding solutions. I don't know what Joe Heck thinks he's doing, but he's not finding solutions to the challenges Nevada's families are facing. While there's more than enough blame to go around, pointing fingers and playing politics won't solve our problems. As a legislator, that's not how I got it done, and definitely as a firefighter, that's not how we did things. We never pulled up to a burning building and bickered about what to do. We worked together and put out the fire. Friends, Nevada is on fire. We've got high unemployment and the worst housing crisis in the country. We see our friends and neighbors suffering. People are being furloughed, unemployed, or fired. Families are losing their homes, and too many are underwater in their mortgages. Raise your hand if you're underwater on your mortgage. Come on, let's see those hands. Raise your hand if you had a friend or family member who lost their job or lost their home. Keep those hands up. Raise your hand if you wonder if your kids are going to be able to make a better life than you did. For them to go to college, to get a job, to get a house. Keep them up. Raise your hand if you're tired of Washington politicians like Joe Heck, focused on anything but creating jobs and getting our economy back on track. Me too. My hand's up too. We need to roll up our sleeves and get to work fixing this economy and rebuilding our middle class. With all those hands up a second ago, I know the people in this room know what I'm talking about. This election's about priorities, our priorities. But let's take a minute to talk about Joe Heck's priorities. Time after time, on issue after issue,